Good morning. I'm not sure what this reading's about, but I did get out the When Two Hearts Meet and the Confessions message deck, and I was shuffling the Enchanted Crystal deck, and out of the Enchanted Crystal deck came the Lovers. So I feel like I have to do a reading, and it's possibly going to be about love, possibly going to be about a big decision. But bearing in mind, I got these two oracles. Oh, that one's coming out. Oh, two. Stick them there. And When Hearts Meet. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. Had to look at that before I would normally. And then this came out, the Tower. It's a big decision, something heartfelt, maybe a little bit of chaos going on, and a little bit of guilt-induced feelings that could be disrupted. So let's have a look. Let's just go down our normal route, shall we? Nine of Swords. Yep, getting to the end of an issue at the moment. Something's coming to a close. Be wrapped up soon enough. Might be feeling a bit difficult. Thoughts might be all over the place. Page of Cups. An offer, an apology. Yeah, goes with the don't let guilt get in the way. An offer, an apology may be coming. I'm going to pop that over the top actually. Four of Wands. Stability in the home. Sometimes that signifies marriage, a marriage relationship. Four of Cups here. Something you're not seeing, something you can't see, something that's hidden from you. Seven of Cups. Options, choices. Oh. Five Pentacles. Yep, something's happened that's caused a little bit of upset. And it's around your home life, a love relationship, big decision that's currently going through, that's been uprooted by something that's a little bit of chaos, a little bit unexpected, and someone's feeling a bit guilty, like they need to apologize, and maybe they were feeling trapped, but they've they're beginning to see a way out. You're beginning to see a way out of what's happening. There's a big pentacle above that head there. I feel like it's a reminder to walk towards things that bring you joy. And also I can see this tiny person in this pentacle here, look. Yeah, be careful of like the options. Not all options are a good choice. Hanged Man. It's time for action. Don't look at all different options. Don't look at different perspectives. Stay more on the line that you had in the first place. Don't let this little chaos cause you doubt. Three of Pentacles there, and undermining. Yeah, someone is undermining the foundations, secure and stable home foundation. Sorry, I don't know what this is about. Ten of Swords. It's been a betrayal, but you can move past this betrayal. And the Ace of Wands, towards a new beginning. So this apology might be owed to you, and it might be the basis of being able to restart again. The messages are, I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. I know you have a lot of expectation for me and I'm trying to stand for that. But at times I feel so far away from that and I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. So this lines up with that guilt feeling. And time apart. This time apart is giving us both an opportunity to work on ourselves and be our best versions. I need to retreat a bit, but until I get over what is bothering me, I don't want you to see me like this, and I'm protecting you from my dark shadow side. Yeah, so there's been a little bit of unrest in the home, and let's have a look. I feel like getting one of these out and then maybe going through some clarifiers to see. Perhaps you're going for a separation, perhaps you're going for a divorce. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams. So earlier I said, I think that this is, you know, try not to be thrown off by this. Try not to be thrown off by the actions of someone that feels guilty. Try and stay in line with the vision. It's very difficult when you're going through something that is upsetting or hurtful, or someone's done something. I don't feel like this is particularly an action that's been done to you. I feel like it is someone withdrawing because of their own feelings and emotions, and that's why they are feeling this guilt now, because they know it's not anything you've done. They know that that it's the work they need to do, and perhaps getting out of your space is a way for them to be able to process what they need. And they look at you in a way that you're so much better than them, and they feel like they're just going to let you down by being themselves. 5 of Wands, yeah, maybe an argument, a based argument based on shame, guilt, a bit of competition, a bit of kicking against boundaries. 9 of Pentacles. It's a time to spend some time on your focusing on what you've already achieved. I love the little peacock on this one and the sun behind. So take some time to focus on your appearance and how you feel, food that you're eating, and really appreciate what you have. Hello, it's my cat Chris. He's come to join in. Yes, enjoy what you've got at this present moment. Do you know I can't shuffle with you sat there? Thank you. Page of Wands. It's a feisty little, possibly a young person, feisty little person. It's also the beginning of an action. So perhaps you've had a pause because you saw the Hangman in reverse, and now you're going to take action. And earlier I felt this upside down card maybe reminding us to focus on the joy. So I think this is what you're working towards, this sense of happiness, contentment, and working your way back to feeling like that after feeling a little bit unsettled. Yeah, unsettled because your 10 of Cups, your feeling of contentment, your emotional happiness is a little disrupted. And, you know, this reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, because it could be that, you know, the same as the Wheel of Fortune, when things are a little lower, we have to remember that the good times come, and when you've got the good times, it goes around like that. So I feel like you don't need to worry that this is a permanent state. It is something that you're going to move past, and that's why you're thinking about staying in your own action, thinking about the actions that you're making, staying in your own contentment, and focusing on your own well-being because of this 9 of Pentacles there. Focusing on what you have, and that you know that you've got existing. Feeling a little low on my own personal energy. So, but I feel like this is echoed in this reading, really. Yeah, new beginning, death, shedding of the old, the time to step forward in the spring. We are actually also closing off the astrological year, so we're in March. So this is really significant for that. And April is going to bring us a nice new beginning, as well as the actual spring time. We've just gone through the spring equinox. Oh, two together. Emperor, control, and the Eight of Swords there. This had that earlier, upside down though. Sorry, look, I called that the Eight of Swords, didn't I? It's the Eight of Wands. The Emperor is control, and the Eight of Swords is that blindness, not being able to see forward, not being able to see the path. So you might be just trying to control your environment a little bit to make yourself feel better. You might be taking that leadership role, sort of directing, being a little authoritative for good reason. That might need to be in place, and you may feel a little uncomfortable with taking that role because it may make you feel restricted, that you can't, that you've had to put things on pause. But for the moment, that is what you're taking. It's a fatherly figure potential. It's a fatherly figure or a boss energy, but this feels a more family, lovers, relationship, marriage type material. So I feel like you're having to take that role of that father figure, that leader figure, whether you are male or female. That's the time for you to step up and take that. And the Eight of Cups is looking for what's missing. Something is missing. Something, that's a time when you feel like you want to walk away and give up. I want to get an advice card on that one. This has come out. King of Wands. Action. There's some action that you need to take. So let us look at what action that is. What is this saying? Let's have a look at that. So we're appreciating what we've got at the moment, understanding that things don't always go to plan. Page of Wands again. So Page of Wands. Well, it's Princess of Wands, but she's the Page of Wands. So young boy, maybe young girl, possible youthful energy. It's the beginning of an action. What action are we taking? Three of Wands. I feel like that's you wanting to take action, but the Three of Wands is waiting for something to come in, some information that you need before you can take any action. You need to wait on that. Nine of Cups reversed. Yeah. Not feeling very emotionally satisfied. Seven of Wands. It's having to defend. It's feeling like you have to defend, and I feel like you're having to defend your own peace. It's very important at the moment for your stability. Death again. When you get these repeating cards, you can't ignore the message. This one's in reverse. So, you're probably feeling like, yes, I'm ready for a new beginning. I need to step forward, but you're also not ready for it. There are things that are feeling like it's not the right time. You can't make these moves yet. You're indecisive. This other person is has acted out of their own issues, and it's caused you things. And the world there in reverse. Yeah, not going anywhere, just staying put at the moment. Ooh, ooh. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a return to foundation. I feel like this is a regrouping. There's been a disagreement about something a little bit chaotic. You're having to defend your position. You are wanting to ensure that this current energy does not disrupt your stability, and that you currently feel trapped and you need to take a little bit more ownership. Like I said, take the role of the father, to be a little bit more disciplinary, to be a little bit more decisive if you're female, taking on that masculine energy to get things done, to look at what's missing. And you will probably be feeling like just giving up at the moment. Should we take an advice card really there? Because whether that is something you need to let go, because we all need to let go of stuff from time to time, or whether it's something, you know, once you've looked at, there's a bit of extra information that was coming in, and once you've looked at that, what information will that give us to know what to do? So let's have a look. Let's maybe pull 3 cards, but we'll see, using the foil deck. Oh, the Page of Wands again. This is 3 times this has come out. It's about discovering. There's something you're going to discover. It's balancing those priorities, decisions. I said earlier, like, you want to move on to a new thing. This has got duality. So you could have one aspect of a self and another aspect. You might be seeing that in another person. You might be seeing someone that's a little bit childlike and two-faced and not acting in the best. And it's an energy of settling for something. This has come up 3 times. It's really important. It could be 3 children, because pages sometimes represent children. It's come up 3 times. And messages. In reverse. Yeah. Something superficial is going on. You can't see. There's whatever this has caused, this situation has caused, there are hidden motives. There's somebody being a little bit underhand. That's why they feel guilty. That is why they want to distance themselves at this time, because there's something else going on in the background that you don't know about, that is why you'll feel, oh, I just saw this. I thought it was the card, the other confession card going upside down, but it was actually an extra one, and it was just laid like this on the table. It says, when you're not with me, I feel afraid. I'm afraid to let you down once you get to know me. I don't want to disappoint you, so I'm avoiding you. I have to overcome this myself as you see me before coming forward ready. So yeah, this is a space card. That's why you can't, that's why you don't understand. There's a bit of duality in nature. You're getting the what's it called, not the overflow, off this energy of this other person, and obviously you can feel it, and it's disrupting your personal peace. Nobody wants their personal peace disrupted. Still not getting much advice other than to focus on the things that bring you happiness, your own personal contentment. And the peacock was standing out to me. So this idea of, you know, maybe paying attention to your appearance, you know, doing things that make you feel good in this time and being in the moment. And one more tarot card. Oh yeah, the Devil in reverse. Now this ties in with the Eight of Wands not being able to get away. It is saying that a release from this is coming. Some respite from the current maybe heavy energy, some freedom of choices, and also to remind you that there are no limits on what you can achieve. You can achieve whatever it is you set your mind to, and I think that brings us back to that goal setting and that energy that's been coming through. So you might be a little off at the moment, I'm sorry to say, and this is a time for you to spend time doing things that you enjoy, that bring you calm and peace. I want to pull a not lumens, that's underneath the super attractor deck, and see if there's an affirmation message there for you, because I do feel like, do you know what, I've just seen dolphins in my head, and because I've said there is a dolphin card in the lumens deck, I've just seen that, which is about play and joy, and I think it's very important for you at this moment in time. Things that you love, bring yourself peace whilst you're going through this process. Let's have a look if there's a message. It's not coming out so well on this one. Here we go. The universe powerfully responds when I instantly realign with love. So stay love focused, stay centered in your own heart chakra, and know that you are returning to a sense of groundedness and peace. And for the moment, detach from this other person's energy so that you can restore your own balance. Thanks for spending this time with me.